And we're in the game. Seems like we have here in the blue, we have ZaltorTheMerc, I'll call him Zaltor. In the blue as the Mayans, he ran the Mayans, and in the red, player 2, the Pharaohs, as the Mongols. He ran the Mongols. Two very decent Arabia civilization, with Mayans definitely should have the upper hand on Arabia in a 1v1 setting instead of the Mongols. So I'll guess Zaltor will presumably go for a drush rather, and the Pharaohs should be going for a scout rush as it's standard for these both civs. And Zaltor seemingly having a little bit of trouble finding his first sheep, but he should be fine for now. He now found them and he will gather from them as quickly as he can. Oh, that is a big screw up from his side here. Slaughtered the sheep right out of sight of the town center. That is not ideal. That's not what you want to do ideally in this scenario, but and he dropped off at 45 food, so he's already a little bit behind the Pharaohs at the moment. The Pharaohs is just now making his 8th villager, I guess. Yeah, there he is, and he now has just an edge over Zaltor here, who is only at 7 villagers. He had a little bit of trouble in the beginning, but still, the Mayans should be good enough to come back from this. It's not the end of the world. He can still drush. Drush is a very versatile build order, so he can do whatever he wants basically. It's never good to be a villager behind, but it's not the end of the world in this case. So the Mongols going, interestingly enough, 4 on wood, which you would presumably do for either a drush or an archer flush. So we might even see an early archer flush from the Mongol player, the Pharaohs here, instead of scouts, which could be a very decent choice in response to a drush from Zaltor, who is now trying to get his first boar. And as we see here, Zaltor, weirdly enough, is putting only 3 on wood this time. Is only putting 3 on wood this time, and seems like he might be going for an archer flush. I don't know. Sorry, someone messaged me. Okay, so first boar in for Zaltor, the same for the Pharaohs. They seem like they are pretty equal now, again on villager number. Seems like the Pharaohs had a little bit of villager TC idle time here. He's only like a half villager in front of Zaltor. It seems like, yeah, the Pharaohs made loom, so the advantage that he had is nearly gone now. It's only half a villager that he's behind, that he's in front of the Zaltor, I have to say. So let's see. Now, Zaltor already walling this side of the map with houses, trying to wall this side of the map with houses, which is a very nice choice to do so, because if he can secure or wall this side off, he can tunnel his opponent upon this hill, and he can practically camp this hill here if he chooses to decide to wall this side off, which can be done actually very easily. If he just walls this off here, and he's already walling this side, plus between those few trees, he can easily make all his military buildings on this hill and just camp there and go from there and kind of semi-boom behind it and be very aggressive while camping the hill. On the other hand, he can't really afford to lose this hill here, because it's basically the entrance to his base. Other than that, Zaltor has a very nice map to play with. As far as the Pharaoh's map goes, though, his gold is a little bit exposed, it's a little bit out in the front. Same goes for his secondary and third gold, which is not ideal and which you don't really want to do. So he might even want to play really aggressively here, or that's what he should be doing concerning this map. Zaltor, on the other hand, can play very defensively, especially when he's Mayans. He has a back gold and a back stone if he walls correctly, and thus can very quickly get a castle up and get some gold out. And go fast castle pretty much really easily. So let's see. I don't know what their plan is. Now, seems like Zaltor is planning to go up into the Feudal Age. Same goes for the Pharaohs. He's a little bit late for Mongols, but he should click up now. Yeah, he's clicking up now. So I guess he will... What he will be doing, he's... Let me see. He has 4 on wood. He didn't make a second lumber camp yet, which is a little bit odd. He's now sending more villagers to this one lumber camp. Seems like he might even go forward. No, he's not going forward. He's going for the deer in the front of his base, which is fair enough. As Mongols, it's totally fine to do that. And let's see what Zaltor is doing. Zaltor is not yet going up. It seems like, is he going straight for an FC? I mean, I think he could pull it off rather easily with his map. His map is very easy to wall, so he should be fine just going for a straight fast castle here. On the other hand, the Pharaohs will be going for Feudal Age aggression. The question is what will he be doing? That is the question here. Zaltor with a lot of villages on berries. More than you ideally want. Ideally you want like 4 to 6 at maximum. And seems like he's going straight for an FC. He's trying to funnel the walls to his TC, but the way he put them up now doesn't really make a lot of sense. Now he could actually wall this entire front if he really wanted to. And now the Pharaohs is already up to the Feudal Age, and he's making militia. That is an interesting choice. He's making 2 militia and a spearman. He's going really, really aggressive, which I like, of course, because he has this front goal here. But seeing that Zaltor is already up, he will have no trouble whatsoever going up to the going up to the Castle Age. Even if he gets harassed here, his gold is totally safe. His stone is totally safe. You can even tower this gold or his stone if the enemy gets in and be totally fine. Hello, Philip. How are you doing? And now those 2 militia coming in with a wolf as well, and they're denying the last piece of wall here for Zaltor. That's very unfortunate. Just got in there, and now a trap though. So Zaltor can even fight with his villagers here, kill the scout and then maybe GB to the TC, but he's choosing to go for the safe route, or he's losing the villager. No, he's not losing the villager. And the scout is saved as well. Wow, impressive micro here from both of them. And let's see, what is the Pharaohs doing? The Pharaohs is already at 700 food. So if he gets some gold now, he's already on the gold. He will be going up to the Castle Age, maybe even quicker than Zaltor here. Zaltor's economy is a little bit unbalanced. He needs a little bit more farms with all the wood he gathered, and he should fight with his villagers more so he doesn't lose anymore. Come on, engage, engage, yes, but pull the villagers. Very nicely done, very nicely done. You will stay for the first game, fair enough. Alright, so on the other hand, seems like we have a little bit of a scout fight here. The Pharaohs put up a stable, or I think he will go into. No, he's making more scouts. Oh, that's very odd. I thought the Pharaohs would go up to the Castle Age and just pump knights. I don't know really about the choice of making more scouts, seeing that he can actually go up rather easily if he really wanted to, instead of making scouts like he's doing now. And knowing that Zaltor is going for an FC build, of course. But seems like Zaltor is really struggling with... He is really struggling with resources at the moment. Seems like he's not going for an FC. He has to do some kind of flush now, because there's no way he's going up now with this amount of farms and no berries. There's no chance. I don't know why he's not moving back to the berries though. That's a little bit weird. So he's never going up at this rate. So we know that much. So he should maybe transition into kind of a spear archer rush. Maybe to counter the scouts now coming in from from the Pharos. Pharos, on the other hand, really could be up to Castle Age by now, but he still will be able to research Castle Age upgrade rather easily and rather quickly. And now he's bringing even more harassment. I really like how Zaltor walled this map. It's not okay, except this one, but it's not that hard to wall this. But he did a fairly good job. I feel like it would have been better if he placed his buildings up here on the hill, because if he's putting them down the hill, he always has to fight uphill if his enemy is harassing him from the top. And now he's constantly rewalling and rewalling it. He's never going to go up. Like, he's putting up more and more farms, but he's still only on 300, and you don't really want these much farms in Feudal Age for the main player. This will make for a very imbalanced eco. A lot of players, if they put up so many farms in Feudal Age and go out to the Castle Age, they will be receding and receding the farms, and then they end up with a very large shortage of wood in the Castle Age. So if you go for so heavy farming because you don't have so much food in the Feudal Age, you can just, if you don't go for knights or anything, or scouts, you can just let the farms run out and then go for wood instead. So you can actually put up TCs, especially when you go for archers or plums in this case, as Zaltor already has so much stone. But now the Pharos already made wheelbarrow, and now he will be going up to the Castle Age. He will go into knights, that's what I assume. That's what I assume here, he will go into knights. And let's see for Zaltor. Zaltor is now on 800 food, okay. So he will go up as well, pretty evenly with the Pharos. And he will definitely go for plums. We see his stone count already, it's 700 stone for Zaltor, so yeah, soon they will be up. He's missing the archery range though. That's a little bit unfortunate for him. So his Castle Age will still be delayed, and now his house as well. And he should really move off farms now. Like he should pull like 6 villages or so and make a second lumber camp. That would really help his economy. Like replenish this lumber camp and make a second lumber camp with like 6 villages, because it doesn't need so many villages on food. Like he already has a surplus of 500 food at this point. If he's not going for fast imp eagles, he should really consider moving off of food and just making a second lumber camp, and then make straight 2 additional TCs, and then boom with plums coming out constantly. But what he really could do now in this instance with so many farms is going fast imp, but eagles, but I don't think that he will be doing that. I really don't think that he will be doing that. Alright, seems like the Pharos is now up doing horse color. Let's see, what upgrades does he have on his scouts? None. Okay, he doesn't have any upgrades on his military yet, but he's making the bow saw upgrade, and he's making knights as well. The question is, will he be able to get into Zaltor's base? Seeing how Zaltor is re-walling this again and again, I can't really see him go through. And as soon as his Castle Age, he will have a castle to back this up. Yeah, but he should go fast imp. He should move like 7 or 8 villages to more to gold and then go fast imp, but he's not doing that, I think. He has such a surplus of food, and that's what I talked about before. If you see so many farms, as soon as you have the surplus to go up to Castle Age, you should pull them and get them to wood. Because you only, for 3 DCs, you only need like 18 farms really to sustain the production. And look at this, he has now 1000 food plus in the bank. And that's not really ideal, you don't want that. And this castle is I like this castle, yeah. It's not that bad. And the Pharos has to GP from this forward here as soon as the castle goes up. Now I guess the second TC will be coming up for Zaltor here. Yes, there it is. And third TC might be coming up as well as soon as he has the stone for it. Second TC already, and third TC now already up for the Pharos. I think the mains here really favor, like the randoms really favor Zaltor in this case. Like Zaltor can really make the most of it. He can, if he moves more people on gold, he can soon be able to upgrade. He will soon be able to upgrade to the Imperial Age even on 2 TCs and just go Eagles and raid Pharos' eco. When we look at the villager number though, it's pretty much neck and neck. It's pretty even, 46 to 46. Though saying that the Pharos already has 3 TCs in comparison to Zaltor's 2 TCs up and running. Alright, so upgrade wise, already +1 defense, no bloodlines and no attack upgrade for the Pharos, but I don't think he really needs it. Seeing that Zaltor is already so walled, he can't really go aggressive, so why would he be doing the upgrades, right? Now 4 TC coming up for the Pharos already. He's 2 villages in front, and looking at his resources, he will be able to go up fairly quickly if he continues like that. Let's look at, yeah, he's already on stone as well, so he might even what he might even could do is like move a few more villages on stone, go up to Imperial and defend himself with castles and then slowly transition into Mangadai. That's what he could be doing, but Zaltor now really good aggression with his plums here, spamming them from his castle across the map, but the knights will be fairly decent against plums. The plums already have +2, I assume. Yeah, +2, +2, +2 attack and +2 defense. But the knights should still do fairly okay against the plums. Saying that if the plums are microed correctly, the knights should still have a hard time. Yeah, and Zaltor is actually microing them pretty well. He's now running away, but he could still get some hits, decent shots off on these knights if he really wanted to. Now Siege Workshop coming in for the Pharos in defense, that's a very nice choice. University as well coming up. Not too many farms, you should see them build more farms if he wants to go up, but seems like he's really planning on going to the Imperial Age quickly and getting some castles out as I assumed before. Now, if you look at Zaltor's resources, he has so much food in the bank, as I said before. What he really needs now is just gold and going up and spam some eagles. That would really win him the game now. But looking at the plums, they're just so powerful. They can just run around, harass everywhere. And let's see. There are the knights. Yeah, just search the knights for the Pharos. I didn't see them for now, but there are more and more plums are coming in, and they are fully upgraded for fully upgraded Castle Age plums, and they can be really powerful and really tanky. Already 2 more villages down for the Pharos. It's now only 5 villages difference between the Pharos and Zaltor. And saying that the Zaltor doesn't really need too many villages as the mines, of course. The Mongols wants to have more villages than the Mayans. They can get away with much more, and now Zaltor is moving into the wood line of the Pharos, and that is really painful. That is... these will be losing so many villages here. The Pharos is losing more and more villages to these plums. There's nothing really Pharos can do here, and if Zaltor is microing this correctly, he can just go in between the oases and funnel the knights there. Another siege workshop coming up for the Pharaohs here. He's forced to put up a second siege workshop and he lost like 10 villages here. And Zaltor is actually up far earlier than the Pharaohs. The Pharaohs in this raid is going up now. Okay, seems like I was a little bit wrong here. The Pharaohs is going up first. No, the Pharaohs is going up second, but only 10 seconds behind Zaltor here, and he's losing now all the villagers on the stone. He has nearly enough to put up this first castle, and he might have enough. Yeah, he has enough now. He has enough now to put up his first castle, and he will be doing that as soon as possible. Now, second castle going up for Zaltor. I'm not too sure about that. If I was Zaltor, I would just straight go for elite eagle warriors instead of the pikemen here. I wouldn't spam more plums. I would just go for elite eagle warriors and just raid all of the Pharaohs' eco. Now these players' skill level is around 1200 in the new player lobby. Because someone asked it in the chat. Now very nice macro here from Zaltor. You're taking out the mangonel from the Pharaohs. Okay, so seems like the first one to get to Imperial is ZaltorTheMerc, and he'll be doing, I guess, traps and the elite plumed archer upgrade. He doesn't yet have a siege workshop up, which is a little bit hard. He might want to get siege rams or something along those lines. Where's the castle from the Pharaohs? Where did he put up his... Oh, that's a very aggressive castle. I didn't expect that. Didn't expect such an aggressive castle. I expected more of a defensive castle, like in his base or something to protect his gold or his stone or some other resource. But he's losing more and more villagers to these plumed archers, and that's really painful. It's now 55 to 76 villages. And he still hasn't built his market here, so I don't know. It's the second siege workshop coming up now for the Pharaohs, but it's not enough. He's making Mangadai, but it doesn't really have the resources to do anything at this point. He needs to reboom, plus a lot of villages are idle, 21 idle villages. He abandoned this CC completely, and he will be having will be in a lot of trouble here with those plums killing more and more villagers of him. Yeah, this game is fairly over, I'd say. It's 48 to 77 villages. Zaltor is pushing now, having elite plumed archer upgrade, and he's losing more and more villagers. Oh, come on. Oh, this is really painful. 77 to 41 villages. Half of them are idle, and this game should be over. No really any army out for the Pharaohs at this point. He can't really afford the elite Mangadai upgrade. At this point, and he's losing more villagers at the stone. These plums are making so much damage. He's down to 34 population, 26 villages. This game is pretty much over. I'm just waiting now for the Pharaohs to call the GG here. Seems like he's trying a last push with cap rams and some Mangadai, but it won't work out. These Mangadai don't have any upgrades on them, not even bloodlines, not even fletching, and this game will be over fairly quickly. I don't think it's balance patch, I'm not sure. Well, Philippe, do you say GG? Because then we could say if Noobs say GG. Do you say GG? So I hope Zaltor doesn't panic too much here, because he should be fairly okay against upgraded Magadai. He just needs to bring some plums, to be honest. Just bring some plums back and kill the Magadai, and done, pretty much. If those Magadai are dead, the Pharos is dead as well. The Pharos kind of wants to go for a base trade, but it's not enough to stop him. Now Zaltor bringing in the first relic as well. And seeing that, actually, he's doing quite a bit of damage with these Magadai and those cap rams. Zaltor even could bring some villagers into the rams and just bash them down. And those Magadai will fall very quickly though, those plumed archers, the fully upgraded plumed archers. There's no way. And it's now 29 population and the GG. Yeah, Mayans versus Mongols is hard.